Sometimes you just have to, like, breathe. To get back into centered space. Greetings. My name is Sue, and welcome to my channel. I called the channel Sue's Light World because first I called it Sue's World because it's like, this is my channel, this is my world. I forgot my water. I don't know, and then this whole sort of deal about we need to build up the light on the planet. You know, we need to raise the frequency. We need to raise the vibration on the planet. We need to be filled with light to capacity. No, this is not the way that you've been taught, unless you are a very, very, very fortunate being indeed. But what I'm learning and coming into contact with and connection with, it all started one day when I was at yoga. I used to clean the yoga studio every Monday. It used to be Monday, then it changed. But I used to clean the yoga studio, and it would be like about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. Bit of time that I was usually there all by myself in the yoga studio, like listening, cranking the tunes and dancing and cleaning, kicking butt, you know? I did that for a long time. I don't even know how many years. But one day while I was cleaning, I remember like having a broom in my hand, and I was over by the big poster that was on the wall. It was a big, giant poster with these little tiny, like, little pictures of postures, you know, like, that's a cool, this means, this means great chicken. Okay, see? This is the coolest, like, shadow puppet wall thingy at night. It's so awesome. So they were just little tiny rectangle pictures of this Swami guy doing these amazing, incredible yoga postures. And at the very bottom of the poster, it was in black and white, the very bottom of the poster, it said, I am not this mind. I have a picture of it, I'll look it up, but basically it said, I am not this body. And then it said, I am not this mind. And that stuck with me. And it helps me sometimes when, either when I'm meditating or when I, like, can't with all of this information coming at me 24/7, because I invited it in. I watched every single YouTube video ever made by humans, and I even made a YouTube channel. Woo! Because, yeah, I don't know. Felt like it. It was weird. It's not my thing. Obviously, because I'm a slacker at it. But anyway, that's Belladonna playing the piano because she's climbing up onto the piano bench where I put her brother's food so she wouldn't eat it all. She eats a lot, and it's hard for her to jump anymore. She can't really jump. I don't feed her any processed food. I feed her raw food with freeze-dried bits of salmon or chicken as a treat. I do have certain treats that, like greenies and these other treats I get at Trader Joe's, they're naughty food. Because sometimes I get naughty food, okay? You know? Like I just bought this bag of cassava chips with vegan string cheese. They're so good. They're so junk. They're really good. The ingredients are good, but still. All right, so those words stuck with me. I am not this. I'm not this body. I am not this mind. And when I shut my eyes and I say to myself in my head, I am not this body, suddenly my body's gone. Like, gone. And basically I'm just thoughts and a heart, you know? And then I say, this is the good part. I close my eyes and I imagine and I say, I am not this mind. And suddenly the top of your head opens up and your mind just flies straight up. Like, I'm free! The mind is a beautiful instrument. It's amazing. And in order to play the mind or live with the mind and not go completely and totally bonkers, you have to learn how to, I'm not going to say it, you have to learn how to use the mind. You do. So that's a trick, and at that point in the meditation, in the sitting down or standing, like in the middle of something, closing my eyes and saying, I'm not this body, I am not this mind, and then suddenly you're back to your heart, and that's where you're delivered. Just like it's like that weird thing on Instagram where somebody says, smile without your eyes, and then they say, smile without your eyes, stop smiling, and that's your runway face or your supermodel face or something. It's goofy. All that stuff is goofy. I do my very best not to indulge in that sort of weirdness. It's weird. I'll talk about that stuff in another episode of this show. I think I have a microphone now, so hopefully maybe you won't have to turn your stereo way up or your phone or whatever to listen. And it's quite a realization, you know, and I never would have had the realization had I not started to meditate. And here we go. Here comes a sales pitch. You know, before I started to meditate, I was, wow. Okay, I don't want to get too personal. So it was really hard to walk around in a human body with a mind that was out of control, like completely. It's crazy when you start to meditate after a little bit. I don't know how long, maybe a month. This isn't something that you're just going to want to try like a fad diet. It's not like that. It's a practice. And I learned how to practice through practicing yoga. And practice is, they say, yoga practice, not yoga perfect. And that was really helpful for me to hear. I have a Virgo, my Mars is in Virgo, and when I want to make something or do something like a yoga posture, I want to be like the textbook picture, like that guy on the wall with the little rectangles. So I've pushed my body to places it shouldn't have gone, and now I'm healing it as much as I can, and that's what happens. It's nice to know that my body is fully and totally capable and fully and totally locked and loaded to do that. You know, you just have to tell your body. You have to decide in your heart. There we go. You have to decide in your heart how you want to instruct the mind to think. Otherwise, the mind picks up all sorts of strangeness, especially if the person watches TV, listens to music that's recorded. Then the thoughts that you have they're not yours at all. They're not your thoughts. They're not. They're produced. They're a program. And when I was a little kid, I don't remember watching TV when I was a little girl. I don't think I was that interested, and that could be a total lie. But I remember there was a certain point, and I was little. Just wasn't like 1 or 2 or 3 or I don't know. I don't think see, we didn't have. I don't even think there might have been a TV when I was like newborn, and like one of those black and white boxes, you know. And when I looked out the window, there were dinosaurs roaming the land. It was such a time. But anyway, the thing that's so amazing about meditating is that after a point, I can guarantee this because it happened to me, and perhaps it was my time, you know, perhaps maybe it would have happened without the meditation, but what I experienced was that I would start to just tune in, you know, like after the practice of meditation where you're trying not to tune in a way, like you're just allowing the thoughts to come and go, but you're not giving them much like attention. And like I've said before, and I'll say again, you put your attention somewhere else on a sound that you hear, a steady sound that's either electric or electronic, or could be just a little clock, which is what I have, my little battery-powered quartz clock. I love it. It's the greatest thing to listen to because it's organic. It's not coming out of anything besides a cute little wooden box. I'll show you my clock someday, but today I'm here to tell you that with the meditation, I started to hear my thoughts and started to pay attention to them and really like, what did you just say? You know, that type of thing. And it's kind of like when I heard what my mind said, I was just like, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to think of that. That's ridiculous. So, I don't know, you start to hear it, and then, I don't know, for me it was organic and gradual, just super gradual, super like, just little bit by little bit by little bit. And the thing is it's like, you don't want to just wake up all at once, like, you know, like what just happened? Why am I completely and totally awake? I have no way to handle this. I don't have any skills. I have no idea who this is in my body, that kind of thing. So as you meditate each day for 20 minutes, first thing in the morning, right after you get up, even stay in bed and do it. I'm talking like that because it's like, I don't know. You can go back and listen to old videos where I'm just like getting way into it. But right now it's kind of like, okay, I hate it when people say go back and listen to my fucking videos. I hate that. So I'm sorry. Basically, what you do is when you wake up in the morning, you want to make your first priority your what do you call it? Your session. That's how you want to start the day. And I am not perfect at it. I sometimes, if not often, look at the phone and check stuff and sometimes go on and on. Whoa, was that a mosquito? Anyway, that's the first thing you want to do, like after you pee and after you get your water or whatever, not your coffee, not your tea. Don't make tea, don't make coffee. Just, even if someone hands you a cup, just wait. Okay, just be like as sober as you possibly can be. Whoops, there we go. Be uncaffeinated or, no, that's just me. But I don't know, just try to do as few of drugs as you possibly can before you sit. So that you're just like pure. You're coming right out of the sleep world. You haven't gotten pissed off yet, hopefully. You haven't gotten worried about anything. Like, oh my God. Like if the first thing that happens when you wake up is a big, huge, fat worry, then you can say, okay, I hear you, but I'm going to go meditate now. And then after a period of time, like a few months, 2, 3 months, 4, you learn how to slip into the heart, the shine, the part when you close your eyes and you say, I'm not this body and I am not this mind. That part that's left is pure shine, the heart center. Even if it's been broken into, even if it's been around the block a couple too many times. Even if you were really, really hurt by somebody. Underneath all that, which is of the mind just keeps on thinking it and reintroducing it so that you can never really, I don't know, let it go. That's at least how it is for me. Some people are totally different. I guess I just have a lot of stuff to let go of. And like I said, it's a gradual process. I think I started meditating almost 2 years ago. I think I'm at 780 or 90 or 800 days, something like that. And however many years that is, it's 2 years. So, and I use a timer, an app for the phone. It's called Insight Timer. It keeps track of your minutes, your hours, your any activity. Like if you listen to a, what do you call it, guided meditation, or they have all that kind of stuff on there, music and live stuff and people talking. They have all kinds of stuff about, spirituality, I guess you could say, or meditation, or some people talk about the chakras and, it's like that. There's a lot going on there. I don't do too much of that. I use it as a timer and as it keeps track for me. So I know, I can keep track. I can say, oh, okay, wow, I've been meditating this long. I don't know, that's just how I like it. I like to have that. I like to know. I don't know, just to be able to remember, because my memory has always been forgetful. Like I can watch a film and a year later say, oh, I have no idea what happened in that film. Because I wasn't present when I was watching the film. I was thinking about other stuff, which is kind of, and then, okay, so then the beginning of 2021, I decided I'm not going to watch any movies, which I was really into movies before that. Watching movies almost, not every night, but a lot, because I you just get into the habit, having dinner or, yeah. Sometimes it can be like it's a party. We're going to watch a movie and let's have some popcorn. And anyhow, I just like that at some point I feel like I'm going to be able to watch a movie and not let it trigger old programs, back into coming right back to life. Like, hello, like I'm working on deprogramming. So, I don't know. I guess that's everything. Have fun with that exercise of I am not this body, I am not this mind. And it took me years to get to the point where I could even imagine, or experience the heart center, the absolute brilliance of it, the absolute brightness of it, the warmth of it, the absolute majesty of it. I think it's source. I think that light that animates my body, that I can visualize in my heart center or in that part of my body, and sometimes in my third eye. Then then there's a link. And the link is important because when you're linked, you can ask questions that you've been asking everybody else on YouTube and every friend or every family member, or just asking to the air because you really want to know, but nobody seems to be giving you the answer, Nobody. Because do you really trust that they know what's best for you? Probably not, because they don't. And that's okay. Because each of us is well equipped with a system where you can learn to tune in to your inner voice, which is source. You can ask questions and source will give you the answer. Sometimes it's an instant thing, like instantly you know the answer. Sometimes it takes longer, but I don't know. I feel safe there. I don't feel like I can be under attack when I'm in connection with source, because source is the ass-kicking brightest light on the whole spectrum of energy and frequency. Source is like, we can never keep up with source. Source is constantly flowing out further and further into infinity. Okay? Like, I sound like everybody else. Okay? Source is the man, and source is the woman. And source is neither man nor woman. Source is the shit. For reals. Literally. So, I guess I'm done. I am not this body, I am not this mind. Who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Who am I? So I guess that's enough of a lesson that I learned maybe today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here on the planet at this time of great and absolute amazingness. It's amazing. It's really nice to know that everybody on the planet is going through it. And it's not just me and it's not just you. We're all going through this, and it's really crazy. So stay close to your source, stay close to your heart, stay close to yourself. Don't look outside yourself for anything at all. All the answers are within you. I am sending you so much love.